Don't worry about people that can't read, because I am the one person that can't read that well. This is going on Facebook, and I don't care how you come at me or whatever. This is Franklin Has a Sleepover. And I got this book at Chick-fil-A from my nephew. So I'm going to read it. So if you don't like it, you can go fuck off. I have ADHD. That means I can't read books well, and ADHD doesn't mean I can't read books well, but I can't read or write well. So I'm going to do what I can do with a book. This is called Franklin Has a Sleepover. And this is going straight on YouTube. Franklin could count by two and tie his shoe. He could zip zippers and button buttons. He could even sleep alone in his small dark shell. So Franklin thought he was ready for his first sleepover. He asked his mother if Bear could sleep over. "All right," said Franklin's mother, "but where will Bear sleep?" Franklin's room was small for a turtle and a bear. "We could sleep in the living room," suggested Franklin, "and we could have a campfire outside and wait a minute." Laughed Franklin's mother. "You haven't even asked Bear yet." Bear did a happy dance after Franklin called. "May I please go?" he asked. His parents worried that the two friends would keep each other awake all night. We'll sleep," promised Bear. Then they wondered if he would feel homesick. "No, not me," said Bear. So his parents said yes. Bear called Franklin. I can come, he shouted. Franklin could hardly wait. Bear wouldn't arrive until after Bear wouldn't arrive until after supper. Okay. And Franklin had to just finish lunch. So he shorted all his toys and picked Bear's favorites. He made sure there was enough to eat. He even tidied his room. Franklin wanted everything to be just right for his first sleepover. Tidied up. It was tidied up. Bear was excited too. He couldn't decide what to bring and what to leave behind. He felt an enormous bag with toys, books, and pillows, a sleeping bag, and pulses and flashlights. He packed slippers and a toothbrush and his snack. He put his bunny on top of his bag, and every hour he asked if it was time to go. After supper, Franklin sat by the window, waiting for his friend. Finally, Bear and his parents arrived. Have a good time, they said. Bear gave them each a great big hug. We're camping in the living room, said Franklin. Oh, we've never done that before, said Bear. He laid out his sleeping bag and Franklin made a tent from a tablecloth. This is going to be so much fun, giggling Bear. They played all their favorite games before long it was dark outside. How about campfire? Asked Franklin's father, with marshmallows. Bear licked his lips and hot dogs too, said Franklin's mother. Franklin's father told Bear and Franklin what to do. They gathered sticks and twigs at the edge of the woods and helped lay the fire. They filled the bucket with sand and another with water. I'll light the fire, said Franklin's mother. There was a crackle and sparks jumping into the air. I went to camp, said Franklin's father. We used to sing while the fire was burning. We sang in the clear, low voice. By the end of the song, Franklin and the bear had listened to all the words. The frogs in the pond were croaking, and the owls in the woods were hooting. Franklin and the bear toasted marshmallows and roasted hot dogs. Bear had two of everything. Then the long, long time they sat quietly watching the stars. Franklin yawned and Bear rubbed his eyes. Time to put out the fire and go inside, said Franklin's father. When Franklin and Bear were ready to go to bed, Franklin's parents gave them both a glass of water and a good night hug. Sweet tight, and they said, turning off the light. The two friends lay still for a moment. Then Bear turned on his flashlight. Franklin, he whispered, I don't feel good. Did you eat too much? Asked Franklin. No, sniffed Bear. A tear runs down his cheek. What's wrong then? Bear looked around. I miss my room. Oh, said Franklin. Then he had an idea. Bring your bed and come with me. We can sleep in my room. Bear found a cozy spot and snuggled into his sleeping bag. After a moment, he turned on his flashlight again. What's wrong now? Franklin asked. My mother always said good night to my bunny, whispered Bear. So Franklin gave Bunny a hug. Good night, Bunny. Good night, Bear, he said. So they were fast asleep. The next morning, Franklin's father made them a special breakfast. Did you have a nice sleepover? Asked Franklin's mother. It was wonderful. It was wonderful, said Bear. Thank you next time. Thank you. Next time Franklin comes to my house. Next time Franklin comes to my house. Of course, Franklin's parents laughed. Franklin did his own happy dance, and Bear said, Franklin, tapping his shell, don't worry about where I will sleep. I'll always bring my own cozy bed with me. The end. Yeah.